Welcome to the Fatherhood News Podcast. Please follow us here and subscribe to us on YouTube for your daily news headlines of all the news from the fatherhood space in Elite Dangerous. Here are today's headlines on the 10th of November 3306. We start today's broadcast with a breaking news. We are getting reports that the Brotherhood of Haejangai have just suffered a terrorist attack. Our reporters are en route and will bring you an update on this developing story when we get further information. The war for Shuttleworth Terminal in Manamaya continues, with Lubei State Holdings forcing the Armada of Green Party of Zasha further back, in another cycle of conflict that has rocked this small star system.
Some may say this is a hostile takeover, but it's just business. Shuttleworth Terminal controls the market, and he who controls the markets controls the star system. We are not interested in complete star system dominance like the Fatherhood. Our traders only care about credits, and so do we.
Guest hub citizens in Remines fleeing in pythons, dolphins and even Type 9s being used to transport citizens away from the civil war that has erupted around this planetary outpost between United Remines Green Party and the Remines Dominion. Hodor Network's communal biological innovations in Shetty is holding strong in the face of the onslaught of the fanatical dictatorship of the Shetty Front, but Edwin Harrison, the president of Shetty Front, is still optimistic.
The setbacks reported today are nothing, they are simply how war goes. The commanders that gave their ships and lives to the Shetty Front will be remembered as heroes when we land on the communal biological innovations. I will declare it a public holiday for all the citizens of the Shetty Front. I am your father, your brother, and when it's time I will be with you on the front line to bring this victory to us, for I have seen it in the stars.
Progressive Party of Uchala Rojas civil war took a dark turn today with the attack on the water supplies of the Liberty Party of Uchala Rojas in Black Halo finishing, that has reduced this faction into a drought state, with calls for water reaching across the Fatherhood star system. Now over to Jim for all the latest election and business news. Jim, do we really only have one election in the Fatherhood star systems this cycle?
Hi Hannah. Yes, and it comes on the back of the war that was reported on last week in the Fatherhood News Podcast. After defending the Cooperative Culture Ministry in the war last week, the Badaba Interstellar faction has triggered an election for Misty Summit Surgery in Badaba. In a statement, the leader of Badaba Interstellar highlighted the importance of this medical facility.
The commanders of Badaba Interstellar fought hard, and we owe our heroes the best medical treatments. However, the Badaba Gold Fortune industry have refused to support us in our time of need, and we were left with no other choice other than trigger a dual election that has been accepted. We urge all commanders to cast their vote, and if you can help us to win, please run poll data missions for us, and together we can give our injured heroes the support they so badly need.
Moving on to business news, and in BD plus 69238, the Posse's black market operations continues, with Posse leader Adam Jones stating that this is the only option they have open to them now, and they attempted to be civil but that time has passed. The market has reacted favorably to the Kier gang, with influence continuing to rise following the end of the Kier 7 meeting, with support streaming in, refugees are returning to the faction, every cycle more families are reunited, joy has once again been restored to the Kier star system. The robotics factory of Taylor Relay has reported that a bug was found in the manufacturing robots. This has caused them to emit a loud high-pitched sound that has hindered human maintenance crew to conduct repairs. The Fatherhood News regrettably learned that the first commander has died in the Sidewinder protest of LHS 1848 Blue Ring. Bachigalupi Survey Management say they did everything to save the young commander.
We attempted to reach out to him and provide him with food and water, but his distrust of all controlling factions did not allow him to open the access door. He kept shouting that we were going to arrest him, and threatened to fire his pulse lasers. We kept talking to him cycle after cycle, but eventually the comms fell silent and drones showed that he was unconscious. We tried everything to save him, but he was too far gone. We are trying to get hold of his family. In the meantime, we are treating the body with the respect and traditions of the ring.
The market has reacted to the deal that the NLTT 14,879 jet boys struck in the last few cycles, and now both the Aristocrats and Silver Power Company have both fell in influence and stock price, many saying that Silver Power Company underestimated the negotiation power of the boys. The Fatherhood News understands that an emergency meeting is going to be held by both factions in the coming cycles. Our final news: Tavares Point Computer Components plant has been hit with a cyber attack that has flooded the local area network and reduced throughput of all its central servers. The plant director stating this is not a terrorist attack, just human error.
An employee extracted a data delivery log that was spoofed with a real source outpost. This infected our network and we are working hard to remediate this. We have had to shut down production to reduce the chance that this infection will spread further.
I must say, I used to fly data delivery missions as my first ever contracts, and I feel for the employee, but also the poor independent pilot that completed that contract.
Yeah, let's hope he didn't take reputation reward and kept the money instead. Not a faction you want to deal with again if they have such poor security around their data.
Very true, Commanders. Not all factions are equal. Illegal data can cause real harm. For the Fatherhood News, I have been Hannah Williams.
And I am Jim Cooper, and as we say here on the Fatherhood News, don't dream of the stars, fly amongst them.
Thank you, and good night.